Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you are doing great today. Bitcoin, as expected from my last week video, retracing to that 30 EMA on the 3-day chart. 1 week ago prediction, guys. I'm not even making this up. I've been telling everybody to just be careful about this retrace, and now it's happening. It's already there. Like, you can see it live happening right now. And if you watch that video, you would know that this is not a good sign for me for Bitcoin. And if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you go watch it right now, because it explains what's going to happen next, in my personal opinion. Again, not financial advice, just the charts and what I see. So yeah, Bitcoin not very healthy right now. And the only reason I say that it's not healthy is because you see throughout our bull run, we never tested this 30 EMA on the 3-day chart. But once we tested it, which is right here around this area, we formed a lower high, and then we made this severe correction. So this is something that you need to watch out for. This is something that is a warning sign, and for me, it's not something that you need to be happy about, this pullback. If Bitcoin were to be in a healthy pullback, I would have wanted it to at least close above 45,000 and then continue upwards, but it didn't. It's closing under, and it's retesting the 3-day EMA, similar as previous history. And as you can see throughout our run, we don't really test it, and once we do, what happens after is probably lower highs and severe corrections. Another thing that I want to show you is the 6-hour chart. So if you go to the 6-hour chart, to the Bitcoin 6-hour chart, you would see that Bitcoin is actually doing something very bad also on the 6-hour chart, and I'm gonna explain what it is. So this is my 6-hour chart, and these are my 3 EMAs. Two of them, you know them already, the 30 and the 18, and the last one is the 200 EMA on the 6-hour chart. As you can see, the 200 EMA on the 6-hour chart has always been respected as support, as strong support for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin does a rally, goes to the 200, bounces, does a rally, goes to the 200, bounces, makes a higher high, goes to the 200, bounces. But once it starts breaking under the 200 EMA, it does a lower low, right? And then it pumps, finds a local bottom, pumps, makes a lower high, and then bam, it drops severely with a super strong correction. And to top it off, usually this happens, or this correction is strengthened, it becomes more powerful if this 200 EMA death cross happens. And this death cross just basically means when your 30 and 18 EMA go under your 200 EMA. We call it a death cross. And you can see what happened here during the death cross, severe correction, and another death cross here, severe correction. So this is something that you need to watch out for. And guess what? Bitcoin right now is doing the same thing. Bitcoin has a death cross looming on the horizon. It has this potential 200 EMA, 30, 18 EMA death cross, similar as previous history. So if this were to play out, what I expect Bitcoin to do is similar or in similar confluence to the 3-day analysis, where Bitcoin will dump, it will find a local bottom, probably around $41,000, and then bounce up, make a lower high, and then bounce down. So this is something you need to take into consideration. You can see what the power of a golden cross, what it does, and you can see the power of death crosses on the 200 EMA on the 6-hour chart, what they do. So this is not something to be taken lightly. Another thing that I want to show you guys is the 1-day chart. So if you go to the 1-day chart, you can see that Bitcoin has also a potential bearish cross on the 1-day chart. So this death cross on the 1-day chart, this bearish cross, is also significant, and it's also a bad sign, and it's also a warning sign. And as you can see throughout our run, even when we corrected, we never crossed bearishly on the daily on these 2 EMAs. But once we did, which is here and here, severe corrections happened, lower lows happened, and then basically super bad dumps occurred for Bitcoin. And this is looming right now. It's in the cards for Bitcoin. Now, if you are a bull, and if you want at least a chance for this bull run to resume, because it's not resuming, we are still bearish, we are still in a bear market in my opinion, but if you want this bull run to resume, the least you want Bitcoin to do is not close under this 200 EMA on the daily chart. That's the least, because once it does, this is what happens after. But it would be too late by then. the warning signs already are too great. Even if we go to 41,000 and even if we hold, the warning signs are too great. The best chance the bulls have, if we do a higher low like this, then this will be very good for Bitcoin. And it will be very good in the short term, because as long as Bitcoin is doing lower highs from $65,000, it's still in a downwards trend. And you can see already we have 1, 2, and 3 lower highs, and we have 1, 2, and 3 lower lows. So we have lower lows and lower highs, which indicate a downtrend, and the opposite is true. When we have higher highs, as you can see, and higher lows, then we are in an uptrend. It's basic TA, basic understanding of technical analysis. And during this run, these higher highs were made and these EMAs never crossed bearishly. They came close to, but never. So we hope, you need to hope that these two EMAs on the daily chart don't cross bearish, because if they do, this is probably very bad for Bitcoin, and a similar scenario to this drop right here will happen, where Bitcoin will go down probably to the 41K region, which is the 200 EMA, bounce back, do a lower high, and then continue downward. And if history wants to be meaner to us, then it will probably slice through this 200, and this is like game over. This for me is that's it. Any close under the 200 EMA on the daily chart is just game over. It's just 100% confirmation that the bear market is here, but we're just too biased to our feelings, to our love of crypto, to admit that we are. Similar to history, which always repeats itself, people waited for this to get out. So to a lower low to be made to get out, rather than get out when the signs were clear and the warning signs were there in the charts. So please, my personal advice is, don't really follow YouTubers like CoinSkid, who spread the hopium, who make you believe whatever you want to believe. Follow YouTubers who are unbiased, who tell you what they see. They see golden, we say we have a golden cross. They see death cross, they say we have a death cross. They say we have lower highs being made, we are possibly in a bear market already. Yes, follow these people. Follow people who are unbiased to the charts and unbiased to their feelings when they're analyzing the charts. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bitcoin not very good for me right now. It's still making the lower highs, as you can see in the charts, and these lower highs are indicative of a downtrend. So just be careful. I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter if you want to get more ideas and more information, because I post a lot on Twitter. And if you want to inquire about my private Discord, you can message me on my Telegram, which is down below in the description. I hope you enjoyed again the video, and see you again next time.